Anglesey, back with another spear video. Today I'm gonna give you a bunch of tips on how to keep yourself from getting too tired in a battle. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to find yourself a good balance point on the spear. There's a couple things to think about. Number one, the closer you get your front arm to the front of the spear, okay, the less weight that spear is gonna put on the front arm. That's basic physics. This is a 3.5 pound spear. If I hold it in the middle, my front arm has 3.5 pounds. If I hold it about halfway further back, it's now holding 7 pounds. The other thing you have to balance is that the farther I put my arm out, the more tired the arm's gonna get. So you have to find a balance point between the two and play around with it. For me, what I particularly prefer is, I consider this to be a pretty neutral position right here. The arm's all the way back. I don't have the arm too far back. It's not too far forward. It's probably about halfway behind me. And the front arm's also not completely extended. It's not completely in. It's about right here. So this is what I consider to be my normal spear fighting stance if I'm actively engaged with somebody and I want to be able to kill them the best way I can. Okay, once you've established what your normal fighting stance is going to be, you have to have what I would call a relaxed stance or a resting state as you're still engaged. There are 3 different methods I like to use when in the resting state. One is to have the arms completely extended. And the way this works is that squeezing onto the spear, I don't have to squeeze too tight, but that's what holds the spear up. It's not this arm physically pushing it up, it's holding it together. So this would be a resting position. Okay, the next resting position is to take your elbow, bring your arm all the way in and even cock your elbow against your body. Okay, this is a much easier position than holding it here. You can try this on your own. Okay, the third position is with the arms completely straight down. This is the weakest of the 3 positions, but it's also the most relaxing of the 3 positions. So an arm down position might be if there's not really a threat too close to you, but you still are engaged with the enemy. Regardless of which relaxed position you use, understand that when you go into a more relaxed position, you're going to be less effective as a fighter. I think it benefits you to take 6 to 12 inches back from the line to give yourself a little bit more of a defense until you've recovered yourself, and then you're going to go back up to the line with your normal stance. Okay, probably the most important thing you can do to keep your arms from getting tired is to not hold the spear in a fighting position when you're not fighting, okay? And this even means when the battle is going on, but if you're not within 9, 10, 11 feet of the enemy, there's no reason to hold your spear out like this. So if I'm walking across the field to get to the enemy, I typically am going to hold my spear here, okay? I might hold it here. I might even drag it a bit. I might hold it up like this. There's different places to hold it, but there's nothing that says you have to run around with your spear like this. This is going to get you tired. So just take those moments to relax. Rotate in and out of the fighting, okay? If there's situations where other people can be doing the fighting, this typically occurs in resurrection battles. This typically occurs in any sort of static line battle where there's a choke point or maybe a bridge battle. So what you want to do is you want to stand up there and fight. And when you're in the front line, you should be actively fighting and you should be getting tired. And then when you're done, you step back, let someone else in. You may have to communicate back there to say, bring another spear up here. Certainly be aware if you have spears behind you, so you're not just leaving a hole in the line, but just step back. And when you're back, just sit here and rest until it's your turn to come up to the front again. If there's archers on the other side, I would even get down to your knee if you have the room to do that, so you don't catch any arrows that come past the front rank. In addition to keeping the arms from getting tired, I also want to talk about how to keep your entire body from getting tired. Okay, typically a good spear stance is going to have a little bit of a bend in legs. If you want to get really aggressive, you could get a very big bend in the legs, but this is going to get very tiring after a while. So if you find yourself getting tired, so here I am being aggressive, you can stand up straight a bit, drop to a more relaxed stance, and again, when you do this, take a step back so that you're a little bit further out of their range. Another tip is that when you're fighting, I like to fight in spurts. So I might have a spurt while I'll fight pretty aggressively for 10 to 20 seconds. And then I'll take a rest period of maybe 20 to 40 seconds where I'm recovering, and then I'll come back into a more aggressive fighting position. You can't just go full on aggression the entire time. So think of it almost like an interval workout. And the most important tip in all of this is, of course, the more you fight, the more you practice, the better in shape you're gonna get, the stronger your arms are gonna be, the better you're gonna be at finding good positions to keep yourself from getting tired. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.